Hello everybody, my name's Tim from IELTSfreeway.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to learn vocabulary. Now, we all know that having a good range of vocabulary is really important if you want to score highly in your IELTS test. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a 3-step process that's really effective at helping people improve their vocabulary. And the 3-step process is read, record, and review. Let's have a look at those in more detail now. Reading is by far the best way to improve your vocabulary. And why is that? Well, the reason is that you see the new words and phrases being used in the context. That is really important because it shows you how they fit together with the words around them. This means that you start to use the language in the same way. And the IELTS examiners call this collocation, when you use words with other words that fit together naturally. They are collocations and they increase your band score. They also, by learning the words in context, you also learn the correct word formations for when it's being used in different parts of a sentence. For example, the word success, well, the different word formations are success, successful, successfully. You need to learn each different word formation and how to use it in a sentence. Now, reading enables you to see exactly how the words are used in the right formation and with the right collocations. Now, what should you be reading? Well, you could read anything to improve your vocabulary, but if you want to make sure your vocabulary is as relevant as possible for the IELTS test, then I recommend that you focus your reading around the popular IELTS topic areas. Now, the brilliant thing about the IELTS topics really is that they are all covered extensively in the news. So reading news websites, staying up to date with the news, is a great way of increasing your vocabulary. So the bbc.com website, the independent.co.uk, CNN if you like American style, the Sydney Morning Herald. Any of the national newspapers that are printed in English are great places for you to learn new vocabulary. Some of them even have dedicated learning sections. For example, the BBC have a special learning section. The Bangkok Post has an excellent learning section as well. You could also read some of the websites that are written specifically for second language learners, and that includes breakingnewsenglish.com. That's a fantastic resource because it has the articles in different levels, and it also has exercises that go with it. This makes it really great for anyone preparing for IELTS exercises. So, when should you read? Well, you should read whenever you can and as often as you can. How about when you're on the bus on the way to college or work? How about when you're waiting in a queue somewhere? How about before you go to bed in the evening? The more you can read, the better. Think about how much time you might spend in social media when you perhaps could use that time to be reading English instead. Or why not like and follow the news websites so that when you do open Facebook, you automatically see the news articles that you then go and read. And how should you read? Well, you can practice the 3 IELTS reading skills of skimming, scanning and reading for detail. Now, Skimming you can practice when you first open a web page or newspaper article. Is just move your eyes across the page without reading any sentences. See if you can get an idea of what it's about. That is skimming, just trying to get a general meaning without reading too closely. The second skill you can then practice is scanning. Go back and scan through the article and pick out specific numbers, or places or people. So this could be where something is happening, what time something is happening, or when did something happen, who was involved. It's specific pieces of information that you can go and just pull out of the article. That's how you practice scanning. And then reading for detail. This is when you really focus and read through a paragraph as closely and in as much detail as you can to really get a firm understanding of a paragraph or article. This is vitally important in IELTS, especially with questions such as true, false or not given. So that is how you should read. Step 2 is to record the words that you are learning. You need to write them down. It doesn't matter where you write them, if you write them in a notebook, which is my preference, or if you put them in an app on your phone, it's completely up to you. But you do need to record them somewhere so you can refer back to them later. If you don't, you're likely to simply forget the words. You should also record not just the single words, but also the phrase that it's with. This means that you'll be learning how to naturally use the word. And you could also record the exact sentence that it's used in, as this will help you when you start writing your own sentences using the word as well. Now, to get the meaning of the word, I recommend that yes, you use a dictionary, so check the exact meaning in a dictionary. You can also use synonyms like synonym.com. That website will give you synonyms for any word, and synonyms are words that have a similar meaning. So they can give you a real good idea about the meaning of the new word that you're learning. They're often not exact replacements, but they give you a really good feel for the word. And you can also simply Google the word or the phrase. This works really well with phrases. If you Google the phrase, then you can see how that phrase has been used in different articles or in different web pages, and see the exact way that different people use those particular phrases. And that can really give you a very clear understanding of how you should be using the phrase as well. So that's how to record your vocabulary. The third step in learning new vocabulary is to review the words that you're learning. So you should be able to use your word lists and test yourself on the spellings of the words and the meanings of the words and how they're used in a sentence. What you should do with your words is write sentences using the word and in different formations. So you might write 6 sentences for every new word that you've learnt, and in those sentences you need to vary the type of formation of the word which you use. So you might, if you were learning the word transport, you might write, I take public transport to work every day. You might write, transportation in this city is not very good. So you've got the different formations of the word, so you are remembering exactly how to use the word, not just what it means. You should do this as often as you can. The more frequently you review your words, the easier it becomes to remember them. So it should be a constant process Once you think you've remembered all the words completely, don't just throw away the lists. Come back to it again, maybe a month later, and review the words again. You should be doing this on a continuous basis, and in this way you're going to be able to build up your vocabulary for the IELTS test. Finally, if you want to write really good essays, then I've created this cool little IELTS essay cheat sheet, and you can go and download it at the link that I've put in the description of this video. It's really cool, it only takes a couple of minutes to download, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, if you've got any questions, please put them in the comment box below. Please share and like the video if you've enjoyed it, and if you think it might be valuable for other people. Okay, goodbye for now.